It's Megan Elizabeth from ByMeganElizabeth.com, founder and creator of SheMakes Club, and I'm here to share with you today this beautiful SolaWoodFlower Spotify code customized um, centerpiece, beautiful anniversary, birthday, sentimental gift, or even wedding centerpieces for your tables to really make something special and amazing. So I'm going to walk you through step by step how to do this, starting from opening Spotify to using Cricut Design Space and then putting together the beautiful SolaWoodFlower arrangement. Right, so the first thing that we're going to do is we're going to prep our kit. Now this is an entire kit that SolaWoodFlowers puts together, and I got to pick out 3 colors of SolaWood dye to be able to put together with the fillers, the wood box, the whole thing. It all came together in one kit, and they put out kits all the time. So even if they don't have this one in stock, I definitely recommend checking out SolaWoodFlowers. I will leave a link in the description, and you can also check out this link here, easybit.ly/SolaWood by me. And it comes with everything that you need. So you get the foam, you get the glue stick, you just need the glue gun. The only thing you need is like the SolaWood. For dyeing the SolaWood, you need some type of cup, a little bit of water, and then your own glue gun as well. The only other thing that doesn't come in the kit that they give you the option for is to add the SolaWood softener, and I highly, highly, highly recommend it because it keeps the flowers nice and soft and supple. It keeps them from getting brittle, cracking, flaking color off. It's really, really great to be able to use. So I'm just pulling everything out. This is a medium assortment of flowers that came with this kit. And the colors that we're using are this beautiful combination of mustard, which is what we're mixing in here. And it's just literally, maybe a 1/4 cup of water at most. And then I'm just blending this in until it's opaque. I don't even use half the bottle. I just use a tiny amount. I did use a little bit more of this color. This is eggplant. And it was a little bit dried out. I think I left the bottle open after my last use. So it was still fine to mix it in the water, and it dyed the flowers just great. But then I just needed to add a little bit more softener and a little bit more color. So right now I'm actually mixing in the softener. And it's basically vegetable glycerin, but the one that SolaWood sells is my favorite. And you can see when I dipped that first flower in, it wasn't very opaque. It was very transparent. So it was like, okay, it needs a little bit more, and you can kind of just play with it as you go. So then what I do is I just take each of the flowers that come in the kit, and I'm dunking them in and pulling them out. And even though this is a little bit high speed and I'm trying to get that color blend right because of how this was dried out, which I think I just did, I'm just dipping them in, just throw a bunch of flowers into each cup. And then I set them on either parchment paper or plastic or even in a cardboard box to dry. And I start with them all upside down so the paint or the dye can essentially drain out. And then I flip them about halfway through. The big question that I get often is how long do they take to dry? And really they touch dry pretty quickly. I mean, if you really leave them in there soaking saturated, they can take a little bit longer. They do tend to dry pretty quick. I like to wait 24 hours before putting it into my arrangement so that there's no bleed. All right, so now we're going to start with Spotify. We're going to make our code, and I am choosing the Piano Guys 1,000 Years. This is a song I walk down the aisle to. So I'm just going into my Spotify app, and I'm selecting the share by those 3 icons, and then I'm going to spotifycodes.com. And then all I'm doing is copying in that share bar, and you can see right there it creates my exact basically code that I'm able to put into Design Space. And so you can change the colors if you want it to print it out versus cutting it out with vinyl. And then you just click download, and yeah, I always do this when I try to save stuff. I'm just going to save it with the title of the song, Spotify, and then you can save it as an SVG or a JPEG, whatever you prefer to use. I do like to save it as either a PNG or a JPEG, even though an SVG can be convenient. I've had more issues when I've tried to use the SVG. So now we're just going to go in and open up my Cricut Design Space, and we're going to make this all happen really pretty easily. And now that we have Design Space open, we're just going to select a new canvas, which is really easy to do. And then we're going to click on the little upload icon on the side. Now, I already kind of got started making this before. I'm just going to delete it so you can actually see from the beginning what we're doing. So I'm going to do upload, and we're going to go to my little Spotify, put everything into a folder just to keep it simple. And this is the 1,000-year code. All right, so that's what we're going to start with. And I'm just going to do an automatic removal of the background. It's such a clean cut image. It's easy to do, so I'm just going to save it as a cut file, save it with the song name, and there it is. So I'm just going to click on it and insert that onto my canvas or onto my mat. Now I have a few other things that I'm going to do. So this is a Spotify cut file that I had made before. Oh, I also saved the song title as well from that original Spotify codes page. So just so that I can have the title on the reverse side of the box, that's what's there. So I'm just doing the same thing. Easy removal of the background, insert it onto the mat, like just so super simple. And then I'll show you how we're going to put it all together so you can see that. And if you want it to do your own fonts, you could totally do that as well, and it could be even a little bit cleaner than what that is. But this is the Spotify frame, so I'm just going to upload the PNG of that. This is something that I designed and put into a free cut file a while ago. I am going to be doing another frame video because I've received so many questions since that first release the other year that I am going to do an FAQ video on that hopefully later this month. But for now, I'm just uploading that file that I created back then, and I'm going to remove the square frame because this isn't a frame, this is a box, but I wanted it to still kind of represent that feel, and since there's two sides, if it's a centerpiece, I thought this would be really cool. So I'm going to slice away the frame since I designed this as a PNG that I just uploaded to keep the sizing and everything accurate. I don't need that part. I just want to use the play bar. So I'm going to slice this. So I just put a plain square right over top of it, made it bigger than it, hit the slice button, and then I'm just going to remove all of those layers so that all that remains is this cute little play bar. And then I can put the song title right up against it, which is how it's designed to kind of look. It shows you the title and the song. And then I'm going to select both of those. Once I get them kind of sized and proportioned the way I want them to be, as you can kind of see I'm doing, lining it up that the heart and 1,000 years is all the same. Select it all, and then I'm clicking weld. So this all ends up being one piece that I can then size and proportion to fit on this SolaWoodFlower box that I'm creating. So that's really pretty simple and straightforward. Since it's already created, now I can just size it. The box is about 10 inches long by 3 inches high. So I just want to make sure that it'll fit on one side easily. So I'm just kind of playing with the sizes to see, like maybe 2 3/4 inches somewhere in there. I can even unlock the proportions on this image if I want it to kind of shrink it. You don't want to unlock proportions though on your code. The code is very specific. You can resize it, you can make it bigger or smaller, but if you stretch or skew it at all, it won't work to actually bring up or scan the song. And that's why I think this is so cool to be able to do for like a wedding or a birthday party or even a anniversary party. This can be such a cool centerpiece for that kind of thing because you can really be very interactive with your centerpieces, which can be really cool as well. So anyway, you just want to make sure that the code does not get skewed at all. And like I said, the code is going on one side and then the play bar is going on the other side of the centerpiece. So I'm just kind of playing with the sizes till I get it about where I want it to be, and I think it'll fit well. They don't have to be the same size. It's all good. So once we do that, then we're going to click Make It. And once we do that, we want to select on a mat or without a mat. And you can only use without a mat with the Cricut Smart Materials, which is what I will be using. I'm also going to turn mirror image on because I will be using HTV. If you're using regular premium vinyl that you need the transfer tape for, do not mirror it, just to be specific on that. You're only going to mirror it if you're choosing to use, and you can see that's how it flips it, if you're going to use a heat transfer vinyl whether it be glitter or otherwise. And I'm going to be using the glitter on this. It'll be really, really pretty. So once you have it mirrored, everything's laid out. You can see it says I need 11.25 inches in length of my smart materials to cut this out. I'm going to click continue, and then I'm just going to select my material, which is that smart iron-on glitter, and load in my material, and it's ready to start cutting. So it's just going to prepare it, and it's going to start doing its thing. Now, while it's cutting, I am going to start preparing the box. So I have some black chalkboard paint, and I'm just going to squirt it right onto my wooden box and paint it on with a sponge brush. Like super, super simple. Just going to do all four sides and the top. I'm not going to worry about painting into the insides too much, maybe just a little bit if there's any drip. Go into it, but I'm not painting inside of the box. It's going to be filled. You won't see it. And I'm not even really going to worry about painting the bottom of the box. You can if you want to, but nobody's going to see it. So I'm just doing a thin layer of that chalkboard paint, coating it and covering it completely, and then setting it aside to dry as my Cricut Joy goes to town, cutting out my Spotify code and my song title and play bar. So it's going to be super, super, super cute. I cannot wait to start filling this with all the flowers that we dyed actually yesterday to create this beautiful custom. It's finished, so now I'm just going to unload the material. I'm going to trim along the side, just where my extra material kind of is. You can see me just kind of cutting into it, and I'm going to lay it on my Cricut Bright Pad because this is glitter HTV. Oh, and by the way, in case I didn't mention this, when I loaded this in, you do want to make sure that the shiny side of the glitter is facing down, and that the matte side is facing up, and that's what you're cutting on. Like I said, that's why the mirrored image is so important. And then I'm just going to kind of speed through this weeding process. So you just want to be really careful, especially with the glitter. Sometimes the glitter vinyl can get really hung up, and real intricate designs, like I'm kind of kicking myself for cutting out the tiny title of the song because I really had to take my time with the pick to remove it, and some of the pieces really did get caught up. So it's not a huge deal, but just be aware of it as you're working with this type of material. I fast forwarded through this at 8 times the speed. It did take me a little while to do. My box is fully dry, and now what I'm going to do is heat up my mini press. I love this thing so much. And like I said, I'm going to do the Spotify code on one side of the box and the title on the play bar on the other side, since it's meant for a centerpiece. So it's not fully heated up yet. You want to wait till it turns green. I used it just to kind of apply pressure and stick it down. Now I'm just going to go back and forth across, basically ironing it on. Super easy, super simple. It takes about 20, 30 seconds tops. And I'm just literally ironing it right onto my wood box. And you just want to work a little slow to make sure it's fully down and that you get the little pieces kind of into place. And some had some adjustments. So I kind of pushed them a little bit while it was still hot just to kind of get them to line back up the way that I want them to look. It's not too hard to do, and you can do the same as well. And then there was a couple little pieces that got left behind in the weeding process, so that's what I'm placing on there now. I'm kind of pulling them back out of the negatives, and I'm getting them into place and just using a bit of the backing to get it down. Now it's time to start filling it with our flowers. So here's all of our beautiful flowers, and I have my hot glue gun ready. You're just going to plug that in, get that heated up. I'm going to be using wire and this foam floral block. So I just use a ruler to kind of cut it to size of the box. It doesn't need to fill the entire box at all. I never fill the entire box, but you can see this fits in there pretty well, and there's room on both sides, which is totally fine. I actually like to put fillers in all 4 corners of my boxes to start. So what you'll see me do here is take the hot glue gun as well as the filler pieces, and I just immediately start by gluing that right into the corner. It's almost like a base. And then I'm going to start cutting up my wire. I'm using my Sabatier shears that I got from QVC. I love these things so much. They cut through the floral wire perfectly. And then all I'm doing is putting a little dot of hot glue on the back of each flower and then sticking that wire into the hot glue and the the wood flower. So it's really simple. The process is a little bit time consuming, but it really does go pretty quick. It's a lot of fun to be able to do while you're watching your favorite movie or TV show. And then you can just start filling up your floral block. So I really like to pick several of the flowers that I really want to be kind of on top or highlighted or sticking out higher than the others. And then kind of just use everything else to fill in as we go. And that's what you're going to see me do here rather quickly. So we're going to continue filling up, putting in all the floral wire and then going. But like I said, this can be such an amazing gift. Think about, all the different types of parties, birthday parties, anniversaries, milestones that we celebrate, to be able to have centerpieces that feature favorite songs that literally guests can take their smartphone, scan that Spotify code and start playing a song. It's like all your memory pieces, all your centerpieces can all be interactive and play music. And I think music is such a huge part that is meaningful to you or to the event or to the person. And really, think about it for an anniversary gift or a Valentine's Day gift, a little bit more than just a frame. You can just have this code on here, and you don't even have to do it this big. I decided to make it the full size of the box. You could just do a little frame on the side, or a little code just on the side without the song title, and just have it play, the song when you scan it, which is really cool as well. So there's just so many things. I think it's so sentimental, so cool. Like I said, I chose to use the song that I Walk Down the Aisle to by the Piano Guys. And the song 1,000 Years, especially with forever flowers, these flowers are never going to die. It's a gift that you're going to have, or a keepsake that you're going to have for a lifetime. And the wood flowers are so beautiful to be able to diffuse essential oils in, so you can really make them smell beautiful because they're made of wood. And when you use that softener, they're supple, they're just beautiful. They're not brittle and flaky. And what was I going to say to that? Oh, and then just to be able to customize the colors as well. So you really can take it to a meaningful level on all sides when you're making something like this, and then create that beautiful scent as well. I love to use rose essential oils or vanilla essential oils from doTERRA right onto these guys, and it just diffuses forever. They're beautiful. So I'll leave some links for that as well in the description in the comments for you. And then now, once I have all my flowers kind of into place, I start putting in some of the fillers. And these are the kind of filler flowers that I really loved the most of the ones I dyed. So I kind of highlight them by putting them back in and on the top of everything else. And then I'll just start gluing in the remainders of this beautiful filler, and then taking some of the baby's breath. And I'll use either tweezers or scissors sometimes to kind of push them down in between. I just cut it apart. And this is where I use my hot glue again on the ends of each of those. You just kind of see me putting it in. And then I'm not worried about this filler going all the way into that foam. I am making sure that hot glue is making contact either with another flower or the side of the box or something along those lines. So it helps me stretch my filler even longer, but also to create more sporadic, just piecing it in, that it adds something without it being too much. And you can definitely forego the filler altogether. I like to use it more around the bottom, like edges of the box more than anything. And that keeps it from any separation or seeing the wire or, the sides of the box or anything like that. That's what I really like to do. And you can see I just even use the tweezers to just really stick it into place where I need to, and call it a day. So look, just see, that's where the play bar comes together. It's so fun to be able to do. And you can do this with any song that's on Spotify. You don't have to choose my songs. And I just thought it was a really cool idea to be able to take away, to do the same idea without doing that whole album frame or that acrylic frame. So, and the code works, which is so cool. Thanks guys so much for watching today. I hope that you'll leave a comment. I hope you'll share, you'll subscribe if you're not already a subscriber, and come check us out over at SheMakes Club. It is an exclusive membership to not only process life and tell our stories and reflect on things that matter and celebrate the moments, but it's also a place where we set intentions for the future and make beautiful things that matter to our lives. So I really hope to see you soon. Enjoy the moments. I'll see you again here at bymeganelizabeth.com. Bye-bye.